Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan, and we have the announcement that I think everyone in college football has been waiting for, especially if you're an Alabama fan. We officially have it. The new head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide is going to be Kalen DeBoer. If I hope Kalen DeBoer, I'm pretty sure that's the right name of saying it. Right way of saying it. He was the former coach at Washington who led them to the national title just a couple days ago. They had that game end up, and he is already heading off to Alabama. Kalen DeBoer has had a phenomenal coaching career so far. I think he was very good. He's been very good everywhere he's gone. In his recent tenure at Washington, I think he went 25-3 as the coach. He had a very, very good record. He had a Heisman finalist, Michael Penix. He helped make even better. This team won a playoff game, almost won the national title. I mean, this was probably the best guy you could get, to be honest. This was probably the best candidate you could ask for, and a lot of Alabama fans shared that same opinion even before then. I know, even though I'm not an Alabama fan, I watched some Alabama fans' takes on what they wanted and stuff, and I know a guy named Kangaroo Black, he's on YouTube. He was talking about he wanted Kalen DeBoer to be the coach of Alabama because he's had success everywhere he's gone. He knows how to use talent well, and he knows how to get his team to buy in and be able to get prepared on Saturdays for big games. And everyone knew that Alabama was probably needing to get a coach quick because they're going to have a lot of guys leaving. They already had a 5-star leave that committed to them. So they needed a guy that would get people to stay and would get guys to stay and want them to stay mainly. And Kalen DeBoer can do that. And he's great at using talent. He's not had a stint in the SEC yet, I don't believe. So, yeah, but this is a report from Football Scoop about everything. And it was just talking about, I'll just read it off, that ESPN reports that DeBoer and Alabama are in negotiations for him to take over as the Tide's head coach. Sources confirm that the two sides are working on an agreement. Pete Thamel adds that, not surprisingly, Washington made a strong push to keep DeBoer, even offering to double his current base salary of $4.2 million annually to put him among the top 10 coaches in college football. The Huskies head coach missed the scheduled radio appearance on Friday morning, leading to further speculation about his candidacy for the Tide's job. He would bring an impressive resume to Tuscaloosa, where he'd inherit arguably the most decorated college football program of the last few decades. At the small college level, DeBoer went 67-3. 67-3 at Sioux Falls, the NAIA level, with 3 national titles and a runner-up finish, leading the program from 2006 to 2009. That's like a 4-year span he had, and he got 67 wins. That's ridiculous. And then he went on to be the offensive coordinator at Southern Illinois, an FCS program, and then Eastern Michigan, Fresno State, and Indiana before his first major head coaching opportunity at Fresno State. In 2 seasons there, he would go 12-6 overall before landing the Washington job heading into the 2022 season. And after that, we know how that played out. He went 11-2 in his first season, and then he had a 14-0 regular season. 14-0, and then the loss to Michigan. So over that span, he was actually, it was 25-3. Very, very impressive. And so overall, at the college level, he is, as a head coach, he is 104-12. 104-12 at the head coaching as a head coach in the college level. This is from Football Scoop. Just unbelievable. That's a phenomenal coach right there. I remember when I was talking about who maybe Alabama should go after, I suggested James Franklin, since he's been a phenomenal coach. He made Penn State relevant. He made Vanderbilt relevant at one point, like not to the level what he did Penn State, but you get what I mean. But this guy is ridiculous. This guy has won at every level. He has won titles. That's when you just mentioned that Sioux Falls, he won titles there very, very often, even for a short stint there. He knows how to run an offense. He knows to get his team together. And it'll be interesting to see what he takes from Washington and puts into the SEC, if anything different changes, or like any new styles or whatever. I know if Penix, they loved doing different deeper routes and stuff. They love running the ball in the red zone. There's a lot of creative stuff there. That will fit into what Bama does, with a lot of Milroe loves attacking the ball deep. And he's a very good runner. They have a good run game too with the running backs. So I only can assume that Milroe's going to improve. I only can assume that from this year on. He's good at developing players, and with this talent that he has, this is the most talented team he's ever going to have. I mean, unless Alabama can keep going like this, which I would be kind of surprised, since I think George is going to take over that role as the top recruiter from now on. So Nick Saban's taking a step back. Georgia is probably the main team going to step up in that department. But Alabama is looking in the top 5 for at least a couple years, I would say. Unless if just something crazy happens and they have a horrible year this year and just everything goes downhill. But if Texas A&M can be in the top, can be first in recruiting one year not too long ago, I would be surprised if Alabama cannot do that. You know what I mean? You give that. But Kalen DeBoer being the head coach, that's a great hire. That's just a almost perfect hire for the job, and it keeps Bama very. I mean, they're always going to be relevant in this situation, but it keeps Bama in that retrospect of having not just a perspective of having a great coach, a very winning coach. He brings that into it, and keeping that is very, very important. So, yes, good job Alabama for getting a very good coach. And I don't know where Washington goes from here. They have to go to the Big Ten with like Romeo Dunze leaving, Jalen Polk leaving. I mean, they're going to the draft. Michael Penix has to go to the draft. Your coach just left. Like everything's just going south for Washington, but they're going east to the Big Ten. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But Bama, congratulations. You got a good head coach. Put down in the comments your opinions about all of this. Anyone who's a Bama fan, if you're not a Bama fan, still, I would love to hear your opinions. I think this is a very good hire. So, yeah. Hope you have a great day. Stay safe, y'all, and God bless y'all.